Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Hello, Shaker Heights Varsity Ice Hockey fans. Welcome back to the Thornton Park Ice Arena, the J.M. Bartley Ice Rink here, of course, in Thornton Park, Shaker Heights, Ohio. Your Red Raiders are here on Senior Day, facing off in a GLHL rivalry matchup against Padua Franciscan and those brutal Bruins. Those Bruins are a typical rival that tend to give the Red Raiders a bit of a struggle on the ice. This is the first time in a long time that it has been a Senior Day matchup against these two teams. Now, the Red Raiders enter into today in the OHS AA rankings in 12th, Padua, however, 15th. So we are gearing up for a good game today. Yesterday was a bit concerning in those first two periods for Shaker Heights. Only one goal was scored. In those first two periods, it was a bit of a fluky goal as well. It was technically credited to Sammy Gerber, but once again, not exactly certain of how that went in or exactly how the referee called it so late. But a goal it was, and that led the way to a victory. Holy Name couldn't get any goals of their own, so it wouldn't have been enough. So the final third period, however, did conclude with 5 straight goals for your Red Raiders. So it ended up being a dominant performance if you're just looking at the scoreboard. But if you actually sat down, you watched that game, a much different kind of energy was in that Michael A. Reese arena. If you're a Red Raider fan, it was pretty concerning. But here today, the Red Raiders are facing off once again against these Padua Bruins. It'll be a great GLHL rivalry matchup today. Shaker enters in 2-2 in the GLHL with the 2 victories against Holy Name, home and away, and then the 1 loss to Gilmore at home, the 1 loss to US away. Next week, Shaker will be facing off against US here at home. That'll be a tough matchup for your Red Raiders, considering US is still holding their own at number 2 in the state. That'll be a fired-up matchup. The rink should once again be totally packed in. It'll be a fun one, but it'll just be a tough one for these Red Raiders out on the ice. Yesterday, let's hit you with some stats. The face-offs, Shaker won 30-22. Not exactly the typical occurrence to see the Red Raiders win the face-off count, but typically when they do, and they also win shots, they do win. That was the interesting case with Gilmore. They did outplay them, but they did lose the game. And shots, Shaker Heights outshot Holy Name 54-17, but in the name of shots on goal, it was 36-14. In the name of power play, Shaker had 1 chance. They did convert. Holy Name had 2 chances. They could not convert on either chance. So thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Due to the senior night festivities, it looks like we are going to get ice cuts now And so we will be back after the Zamboni makes its rounds. We will continue the senior day with the actual game itself. Thank you very much for tuning in. We will keep this live going, but we will take a break.
fans to the J. Michael Bartley Arena for today's contest between the Padua Bruins and your Shaker Heights High Red Raiders. As a member school of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, Shaker Heights High School and its Department of Athletics welcome you to this evening's game. Your attendance and support of the student athletes on the ice at tonight's game is appreciated by both member schools competing this evening. Both teams are expected to exhibit the qualities of good sportsmanship throughout the contest, and the administration from both schools requests the same from all fans in attendance. The officials assigned to this game have met extensive requirements set forth by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and have been approved by both schools to provide their important role in today's game. The officials for today's game are Mr. Terry Stagmeyer, Mr. Kevin Garvey, and Mr. Rob Miller.
Yay!
First, for the starting lineup of the Padua Franciscan Varsity Hockey Program, in the goal, number 30, Josh Kustra. On defense, number 7, Luke Jordan. On defense, number 20, Yuri Belina. At center, number 26, Andrew Young. At left wing, number 14, Max Matrikic. And at right wing, number 21, Tegan Brown. And the rest of the Padua Bruins. The Bruins are coached by Perry Cohen and assisted by Mike Glover, Charlie Startwood, and Tim Harper. And now, for your starting lineup for the Shaker Heights Red Raiders. In the goal, number 30, Nico Daenerys. On defense, number 17, Quentin Garnett. On defense, number 21, Jonathan Collaire. At center, number 5, Sammy Gerber. At the left wing, number 2, Ian Hunter. And at the right wing, number 13, Will Brokaw. And the rest of your Shaker Heights Red Raiders. The Red Raiders are coached by Matt Bartley. He is assisted by Mike Bartley, Carson Strang, Rashawn Ewing, Grant Pissell, Nathan Christman, and athletic trainers Bob Collins and Jordan Williams. Now, please rise, remove your hats, and join us for the singing of the national anthem.
And welcome back to the Thornton Park Ice Arena. We are just getting set for puck drop here on Senior Day, and real quick, we'd like to give a shout out to those seniors honored here today. The varsity starters here today are going to be Will Brokaw, Nico Daenerys, Quentin Garnett, Ian Hunter, Sammy Gerber, Jonathan Kalergis, Oscar Schneider, and Elliot Thome. They were all honored. in the Senior Day festivities earlier. You can find that on this YouTube channel as well. Some JV players as well that were honored were CC Grimberg and Hyde Dixon. So the Red Raiders coming off the 6-0 win yesterday. Padua also has a pep in their step as well. They just beat Sylvania Northview 4-3 yesterday. So this could be a very tough matchup for your Red Raiders. Once again, Shaker entering in 12th in the state rankings, Padua entering in at 15th. So thank you very much for tuning in. We will be live with the call. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Let's get started. 15 minutes up on the clock, symbolizing the start of period number 1. We've got a good Senior Day GLHL rivalry matchup for you here today. And Sammy Gerber to take the opening draw. Lines should be a little all over the place. It is Senior Day, especially if one team lets this game get out of hand. They will typically let seniors get a little more playing time. Here's a centering pass quickly. They were looking at Ian Hunter. It's 5 seniors getting the start for the Red Raiders here on Senior Day. We can assume this will change up as the game goes along. Keep in mind, Shaker 2-2 in the GLHL to start us off, so Shaker could really use the win here to get over 500 to go to those Cleveland Cup standings later in the year. That should be about early February. 14:20 left in period number 1. Your Red Raiders are tied. And along the boards, there's a battle for puck possession. The Red Raiders are going to get it back in the neutral zone. Brokaw going to dump this one down all the way off the glass. And Padua is actually going to get the puck possession as their own. Trying to skate it forward was number 21, but he was met by a defensive pairing in front of him. Can't move it forward. And so we're back to Shaker. Mayhew goes to Lenahan. Lenahan skating it up the ice. He'll take a shot and a good save by number 30, the goaltender here today, Josh Kustra. Excuse me. 13:45 left to go in period number 1. Battle for puck possession in the corner. It's Lenahan, and it is Mayhew battling against 2 Bruins for the puck possession, but the Bruins will come out with it. Now Benincasa wraps this one around the boards. He'll find Mayhew. Mayhew centers it, but only a Bruin is there. It's picked up by number 27. Now Lenahan is pickpocketed quickly. It'll go to number 20 along the boards. He'll send this one down the ice. We will get the hand raise and the whistle, and the icing call face-off will be over in that Padua zone after the icing. 13:20 left to go in period number 1. Thank you very much for tuning in here at Thornton Park. It is Senior Day. Shout out to all the seniors honored on this very special day of their high school career. Face-off won by Padua. Here it's back with number 25. He'll wrap this one around the boards. Find 13. That's Aponte. Now up to 16. 16 can't keep the puck on his stick. And Matier tries to center it over. Nothing doing. Colin Arth will take it. Moving it up around the boards on the left wing to Lowell Rich. Rich goes between the legs of one of those Bruins, but instead of keeping it on his stick, he'll turn it over once again to Matier. Matier to the point for 23. A shot is made. Traffic is set up in front, but unfortunately for Hiosk, he can't bury it home. $12:47 left to go in period number 1. Lenahan to take this face off. He's up against number 10, Braden Miller. To win it back is Miller. That shot, not sure if it was a shot or if it was an attempt to send it deeper into the zone. Regardless, Shaker's going to get control over it. It's Will Brokaw behind the net of Nico Daenerys. Brokaw to Garnett. Garnett looks cross ice, finds Sammy Gerber. Gerber back to Cole Richard. He can't receive the pass cleanly. The pass just a bit out of his reach. We are back to the first line of Ryan Lenahan, Sammy Gerber, and Will Brokaw here. We saw Lowell Rich get a couple of minutes there with Brokaw and Gerber, but that was more so in that first period than anything. 12 minutes, or a little over 12 minutes left to go in the first period. Richard dumps this one in, and he will go chase it down by his lonesome. Oh, Ryan Lenahan will join him. But Padua moves it right back there. Good turnover. Good puck awareness there from Joey Moore to pick it up in the neutral zone and dump it right back where it came from. Under 12 minutes left to go. in this first period of play. We are still scoreless. Braden White out with Andy Benincasa. That's the defensive pairing currently. The second line of forwards is now out. That means Mayhew, Kiltz, and Moore. In the corner, it's number 26, trying to center it over to 14, nothing doing. Battle for puck possession along the boards. 2 Raiders, 2 Bruins. Who comes out with it? Currently, it's with the Bruins. Oh, but this one will go to Kiltz. Does he have the speed to get there first? He does not. It would have been a great breakaway chance if he could have gotten there first, but unfortunately for him, number 20 was right in his way, and Bellina, the assistant captain, centers it over, and that can't find anyone. Now we go cross ice. Ryan Kiltz, he dumps this one in. It's not on net. It'll be just to that right post. So behind the net, Padua is going to pick this one up. Ian Hunter keeps it inside of the blue line for a moment, but Padua will eventually move this one forward. It's number 11, Coyne. Tries a shot, nothing doing, it goes wide. Sebi Juan tries to pick it up as he exits the neutral zone, but it's immediately turned over back to Padua's number 20, Yuri Bellina. Ian Hunter looks to go up to Sebi Juan, can't connect cleanly. Now Juan looks to go up to Mayhew. He can't pick it up along the boards. Icing is waved off. With 10:25 left to go in this first period, we remain scoreless. Padua and the Red Raiders looking for a big win here to go to the standings of the Cleveland Cup, that GLHL tournament later in the season. Here's Aiden Salmon skating around in the corner. He looks to send it back up to the point. Nothing doing. There's a Bruin right in his way. He'll dump it down the ice, and we will get an icing once again on the Padua Bruins here today in that orange uniform. We don't see it much. We typically see more of a brown look for the Padua Bruins. Perhaps this is an alternate look, or perhaps it's a new home look that Padua has gone with this season. But yeah, a lot of bright colors here today. It's red against orange. Just under 10 minutes left to go here in this first period. Garnett keeps it inside of the point. Lenahan controls it in the corner, wraps it around the glass. 9:50 to go in the first period. Cole Richard not able to get there first. Can Sammy Gerber get there first? Yes, he can. To Will Brokaw in the slot. He's taken down to the ice. Good contact in the slot by the Padua defenseman. Along the board, Sammy Gerber will pick it up. But a good stick lift will end the threat. Now he's bumped off the play by number 25. And so Jack Olbrys will get Padua back in possession, but in their own zone now. They're struggling to clear it. It's Will Brokaw in the corner. And eventually with force, Padua will clear the zone. 9:15 left to go in the first. 0-0 your score. Cole Richard looks to go to his co-defenseman Braden White. Not exactly the wisest move there from the freshman. Perhaps a freshman mistake there from Richard. Now along the boards, battle for puck possession. 2v2, 2 Red Raiders, 2 Bruins. The Raiders are going to come out with it with the help of Ryan Lenahan being that third man for Shaker Heights. There, a beautiful deke move. Goes Will Brokaw in. He can't work around the second man. Number 7 for the Bruins will take control over it, and Jordan is going to dump this one down the ice. He will hesitate to hop off for a change, but the majority of his team did hop off to the bench. Brokaw will take a shot all the way from the neutral zone and hop off for a change himself. Joey Moore remains out, as now he'll get the rest of his second line of forwards joining him. That means Mayhew and that means Kiltz. The defensive pairing now, Kalergis and Benincasa. Kalergis wraps this one around the boards. No one is there except for number 26, Andrew Young. So Padua looking to keep it inside of the point. Joey Moore and Connor Mayhew just trying to poke it across that blue line. Eventually they do, but Padua still has control over it. Centering it. Oh, good work by Benincasa to move it away from the slot. He is held up. No call. Here's a blast from the point, and good save by Nico Daenerys. Benincasa with it behind the net. He'll wrap it around the boards. He's looking at number 4, Ryan Kiltz. Kiltz, can he dump it down the ice? He cannot. 27 keeps it in, and now he maintains it in the neutral zone. And now it looks like we have an interference call on Jonathan Kalergis. Or excuse me, no. We have a penalty call on number 21 of Padua. Kalergis thought he was the one being called. He was at center ice really confused, but eventually we get the clarification. It is Tegan Brown, the forward for the Padua Bruins, and with 7:45 left to go in this first period of play. Garnett with a big blast and still loose out in front, but eventually Padua will clear it. That means 1:53 left to go on the Red Raider power play. Can they take the lead early? That is the question. Quentin Garnett leaves this to his co-captain, Sammy Gerber. He'll skate it out from behind the net of Nico Daenerys. He was looking to Ryan Lenahan. He didn't know it was coming his way. In the neutral zone, 16 takes possession back. Good work by Will Brokaw to get it right back in Red Raider possession. They need to bury something here. They haven't been too swift on the power play throughout the season. Yesterday, they were able to get a power play goal against Holy Name. Just not exactly a typical occurrence from the Red Raiders this season. Their penalty kill has been much more efficient. Here's Brokaw. He'll go cross ice to Ryan Lenahan. Not sure if that was his intended target, but Quentin Garnett was taken down along the blue line. Now Padua going to dump this one down with just over a minute left to go on the Red Raider power play. Garnett holds it behind the net of Nico Daenerys. Garnett up to Moore. Moore leaves this back to Brokaw. Brokaw going to skate around the forward number 24. But now here's a shot, or excuse me, that was 14 of Padua. There's a shot that goes wide. Joey Moore looks to go to Colin Arth. He can't pick it up cleanly. He was under pressure by that number 14. He's creating some difficult scenarios for these Red Raiders. Now 14 might have a chance to move this one forward. Good work by Cole Richard to end the threat quickly before any breakaway was in progress there for the men in orange and white. Here's Brokaw skating it up the left wing. Puck on his stick. He can't get through the final defenseman, number 7, the assistant captain, Luke Jordan. We'll dump this one down the ice. 10 seconds left to go on the Red Raider power play. Here's a shot all the way from the neutral zone. It goes wide. Icing, of course, is waved off. They're still on the penalty kill, these Padua Bruins. Here comes Arth, skating it down the right wing, and oh, brutal hit. He's taken down to the ice as he enters in to the offensive zone. 5:35 left to go in this first period of play. Cross-ice pass, not going to its intended target. Icing is waved off, surprisingly. It was looking at Tegan Brown. But yeah, icing is waved off. Jonathan Kalergis in the corner, up against 2 Bruins. The Bruins should come out of it as they have numbers, but now a second Red Raider is going to join the fight. That's Andy Benincasa, the big man, fighting for puck possession along the boards. Who will come out with it? It'll be number 11 of Padua. That means it's Adam Coyne. He'll wrap it around the boards. He'll find number 19 of Padua. Trying to poke this one up to the point. He'll win that battle against Sebi Juan along the point. Now centering it over to 21. He'll take a shot and a good save by Nico Daenerys. Along the boards, Ryan Kiltz. Easy poke check there for number 11 to get it back in Padua possession. It's in the neutral zone. They'll dump it down the ice, and we will get into icing with the hand raise and the whistle. 4:43 left to go in period number 1. We're still scoreless here in this first period of play. And that first line of forwards is now out. Here's a shot by Sammy Gerber off the face-off. Good look there for the senior captain, number 5. We'll congratulate him. He has had a very successful high school hockey career. When I started commentating my freshman year, he was already on that first line of varsity, and he's never left that first line of varsity. Here he is now with Will Brokaw and Ryan Lenahan. We'll see what they can get done here with 4.5 left to go in this first period of play. Garnett keeps it inside the blue line with a poke, and he'll wrap this around the boards for Will Brokaw to take. Good work by 13 of your Red Raiders. Now in the corner. Padua tries to clear once again. Garnett keeps it in at the point and send it behind the net of the Padua goaltender. Still behind the net. Lenahan's going to pick it up, and he was looking for a one-time blast from Sammy Gerber in the slot. He just couldn't get a good shot away. So in the neutral zone, Sammy Gerber dumps this one down as Padua clears it. And now there's a battle for the puck possession in the neutral zone. Who will get there first? It's going to be Padua's number 19 skating this one forward. An easy save by Nico Daenerys as the shot comes along the blue line. What can Shaker do in the dying minutes of the period? Kalergis sends this one forward. Icing will be waved off. He was just in front of that red line of center ice. Along the point. Can Hunter keep it in? He cannot. Delayed offsides. Kiltz needs to touch up in the neutral zone. Oh, so does Moore. He was busy tracking down the puck. But If he had touched it up, we would have had a face-off right outside that blue line. 3:20 left to go in the first period along the boards. Kiltz is battling against number 13. Kohler just tries to lay the body, nothing doing. Ooh, the pass back to the point. Number 27 can't keep it in for the Padua Franciscan Bruins. Oh, there's a brutal hit on Ryan Kiltz. A bit from behind, but he seems to be okay. Joey Moore pokes this one inside of the blue line. We'll see what his forward line can get going, but now Ryan Kiltz is going to hop off after that rough hit from behind. Salmon passes this back to the defenseman, Andy Benincasa. Benincasa goes up to Connor Mayhew. He trips it up on his own doing. That's a bit unfortunate. Killed a bit of that rush. Now Mayhew centers this one over to Aiden Salmon, and he can't find it home. Good work there by number 16 of the Red Raiders. Good looking shot by Aiden Salmon. But sometimes you just can't seem to bury it, and that's what's going on with Aiden Salmon here. But here's a second rush by number 16. What can he get going? Oh, he's taken down to the ice. Once again, no call. That seemed like a clean hit, just playing the puck there. 2:10 left to go in period number 1. We're still scoreless. In what has been a closely contested affair, of course, as it is scoreless, but it's mainly been a defensive battle so far. Not a whole ton of shots in this first frame. Around the boards, we're looking to go to Sebi Juan there, but it's poked away by number 26, Andrew Young. Now up to the point. 25 takes a blast, and somehow that got through the traffic. Number 25, Jack Olbrist, the defenseman, with a powerful shot and a well-sniped shot. Like, that was quite accurate. Here's another shot. See, that time it will not go through the traffic, but a secondary chance is given up, and in the crease they're looking to bury it home, but they cannot get through the wall of Nico Daenerys. 1:26 left to go in this first period of play. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We are still scoreless as we are approaching this first intermission. But for now, the face-off will be to the left side of Nico Daenerys, our right side. Ryan Lenahan to take the face-off. He'll win it to the captain, Quentin Garnett. Garnett goes up to Will Brokar. At least that was his intended target, and that'll be just to the right of that right post. That means it's going to be an icing. He was looking to send it up to Brokaw. Just not on target. 1:18 to go in this first period. Ryan Lenahan taking his face off. It'll go over to Cole Richard, but eventually it's picked up by number 7. He can't get a good shot away. Cole Richard keeps on the man and sends it down the ice. Padua sends it right back into the Red Raider defensive zone. Up to Lenahan. Lenahan leaves it to the captain, Sammy Gerber. He'll rip a shot all the way from the red line of center ice. And Padua's going to go to work as they now are back in with possession. Over to Garnett. Garnett struggling to keep it on his stick. He's under pressure. Number 17 using the body to send him away. Worked up to Sammy Gerber. He'll go cross ice just out of the reach of Will Brokaw, but with a second effort, he'll get it behind the net of the goaltender. He's got control over it. Half a minute left to go. Centering pass. No one's able to pick it up. Benincasa leaves this to Kalergis. Does he have a good lane to shoot? He does not. He'll pass off the glass to himself. An interesting move there. No one was exactly pressuring him. 20 seconds left to go in the first period. In the corner, Gerber looks to center that to Brokaw. It's out of his reach in the corner. Once again, battle for the puck possession. Benincasa throws a man off of him, but the pass up to the blue line goes nowhere. Here's a 2-on-1. If they hurry, they do not. Or perhaps they were just hurrying a bit too much. Number 19 was on the rush, but a bit too ambitious, as he's already across the blue line when the man with the puck skated over. You know what that means. It's an offsides. 5 seconds left to go in this first period of action. Thank you very much for joining us here on Senior Day at the Thornton Park Ice Arena. Face-off is taken over by Padua. Only a second left. They have to get a shot off quickly as they enter the zone, and they don't get a good one off. That'll take us to the end of period number 1. Your Red Raiders are in a deadlock with these Padua Franciscan Bruins. This is the 5th GLHL rivalry game for your Red Raiders, and so far it is a good one. However, it is a defensive one. 0-0 your score after the first frame of 15 minutes, but we've still got 30 more. We'll be right back. My name is Vaughn Ullum after this first intermission. Hello once again, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans. Both teams coming out behind me to the ice for the second frame of 15. Your Red Raiders are in a deadlock with these Padua Franciscan Bruins. Once again, it's a GLHL rivalry matchup. Shaker enters into today 2-2 with 2 wins over Holy Name, a loss to Gilmore and US. So Shaker facing off against the Padua Franciscan Bruins for the very first time this season. But as they are getting set for this second period, let's hit you with some stats in the face-offs. Shaker actually won the face-offs against the Bruins. It was 5-4, so it was pretty close. But still, something worth noting, because Shaker winning the face-off has been a growing theme throughout this season. In shots, Padua did win that, however, 9-8. But in shots on goal is where the difference was made. 8-4 advantage Bruins on the power play. Shaker, the only ones to get any opportunity on the man advantage. They were not able to convert, of course. That is why we are in a deadlock. 0-0 your score. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Von Ullum. We will be here with the call of the second period. Your first lines are back out now. It'll be Will Brokaw, Sammy Gerber, and Ryan Lenahan out as the forward line for the opening face-off. Oh, Nico Daenerys forgot to flip sides of the ice, so he will do that now. Shaker will now be moving from right to left of your screen. Padua the opposite, left to right. Shaker Heights, of course, in their red and white look. Their home uniforms here today. Padua, again, in that alternate look, a look that we haven't seen much from the Padua Bruins, but something we're seeing today. Orange jerseys with white accents. No brown on that orange jersey. Here's a 3-on-2 rush quickly. It's up to Sammy Gerber. Sammy Gerber looking to center over to Will Brokaw. And now it'll land to Quentin Garnett. He had a great chance for a shot. And now here's a chance for number 21 to get something done. Nico Daenerys whiffs on a clearing attempt. And a sloppy start to this second period of action. Will Brokaw sends it back to Ryan Lenahan. And it won't be picked up cleanly, so we'll go back to Cole Richard. It's tipped up with the stick in and over the Padua bench. 14.5 left to go in period number 2. We are tied at 0-0. That second line of offense is now back out. The second line of defense will follow suit. Benincasa and the assistant captain, Kalergis, the defensive pairing currently. Padua wins that face-off back. It lies with number 20. He'll bank it off the boards, but Belina can't get anything going, and now it's sent up to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew with a shot. Oh, what a shot! And a goal by your Red Raiders. Connor Mayhew burying home the first goal of the game. With 14:18 left to go in the second period of play, your Red Raiders take the lead with a snipe in that top right corner. Connor Mayhew will take this Red Raider lead here on Senior Day. Beauty of a shot. Top cheese from Connor Mayhew, the sophomore. And that gives us the very first lead of the game. 1-0 Red Raiders. Padua wins this face-off, working it up to number 19. He can't pick it up cleanly, but in the neutral zone, getting it back. Good work by number 19. He's not on my roster, so we'll just identify him with the numeral. Number 19 in the corner, up against Kalergis. Kalergis holds him off, so 19 is going to have to pass this one around. A pass goes awry. Shaker will take it back in the corner. It goes to Benincasa. Benincasa skating it up the left wing. Now off the backhand. Up to Arth. Arth is hit into the boards and off the play. For the moment, it's currently Juan Salmon and Arth.
52 seconds into the second period.
And now we get a whistle blow. And it seems as though there's a patch of ice that needs to be worked on here. We've had this happen on multiple occasions. Oh. Seems like one of the ties from the top came off of the netting off of that hit against Colin Arth. So we're going to get a stoppage of play here with 13:44 left to go in the second period. Shaker just took the lead moments ago. 1-0 is your score, but now we're waiting to get back to the action.
Someone going to tell them?
Maintenance, please come to the ice. Maintenance, please come to the ice.
And now it looks like we're going to need maintenance to come to the ice here. And the referee sends both sides to the benches. So, I know you tuned in for some ice hockey. How about some ice rink maintenance now? 13:44 left to go in the second period. Now we're going to need some ice maintenance over here. Over on the left side of your screen, and now it looks like they just need to put it back in place. But this could be a moment here. Both sides at their respective benches, just waiting this one out. We're still waiting for the ice maintenance here at the J.M. Bartley Arena. The referees just huddling around that area of the ice. So as Queen plays here, another one bites the dust at the Thornton Park Ice Arena. I believe we should just take a short break as we get ice maintenance here at the J.M. Bartley Arena. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We will be back with 13:44 left to go in the second. Shaker is now up 1-0 is your score here on Senior Day. So thank you very much for tuning in once again. With 13:44 left to go in the second period, the referee blew this one dead as it was a piece of the boards that keeps the boards together along the ice that I suppose fell off onto the ice, and so the referee blew this one dead, and now the referee actually making a move over to the scorer's table to take a minute, take off his helmet, just relax for a moment until he gets some ice maintenance. The other two referees hanging out over by the broken boards, over on that Padua zone. 13:44 left to go in the second. Shaker up 1-0. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Stay tuned. We'll have ice hockey once again at some point. And shout out Joey Moore's father. He was the one who finally put the piece back in place over along those boards, and that means we are getting set once again with 13:44 left to go in the second period. Your Red Raiders up 1-0. We are getting set for some more ice hockey action. The face-off will be to the left side of that goaltender, our right side. We are back with some ice hockey here at the Thornton Park Ice Arena on Senior Day. Padua wins the face-off. We are back. And quickly, Ian Hunter struggles to keep the puck inside of the zone with the help of Sammy Gerber. Can they keep it in? They cannot. The puck flies its way into the Red Raiders zone. Bad turnover there by Ryan Lenahan, number 27, trying to get something going for his team. And he'll drop this one back to number 11, and Coyne wraps it around the boards. And eventually a bad pass will send it all the way down the ice. Therefore, icing is not waved off. It was Padua's own doing. 13:11 left to go. In period number 2, we play on. There's a blast from Ian Hunter looking from the tip. Was Sammy Gerber as he was moving into the slot, just couldn't get any good stick-to-puck contact. Along the boards, Padua will eventually clear this one out along their left wing. Cole Richard will pick it up behind the net of Nico Daenerys. And now tries to wrap it around the boards. Will it reach its intended target? Eventually it will, to Ian Hunter. Back behind the net of Nico Daenerys. Still, there's a rough hit behind the net there. It was on the assistant captain, Ian Hunter, but on the other side of the ice, there a big hit on Will Brokaw, and he is down on the ice. He is hurt in the slot in front of the goaltender. And yeah, my goodness, Will Brokaw is down and he is in some pain. And they have welcomed number 25 to the penalty box. There, Jack Olbrist, the defenseman for this Padua team. He is now in the box, serving 2, maybe 5. We'll see. The referees talking about it at the red line of center ice. The captain of Padua there to talk things over, Sammy Gerber, will join as well. And they're going to call it 2 minutes for roughing. The hit a bit up high, but they're going to leave this one be at a 2-minute minor for roughing. And Shaker goes back on the power play. They're going to try to take their lead to the next level, to a 2-goal lead. They're up 1-0 currently at 12:34 left to go in the second period.
12:35 remaining in the second period. Number 25, 2 minutes for roughing. 2 minutes roughing. 12:34 remaining in the second period.
So Will Brokaw back on the bench here on senior day. That's never something you like to see. Here's Nico Daenerys back in the Red Raider zone as Padua clears it immediately. 1:50 left to go on the penalty. Quentin Garnett holds it, and he's just going to skate this one outside of the zone himself and eventually pass it over to Joey Moore. Icing is waved off. Joey Moore takes a man down to the ice. Takes number 7 down behind the net of Kustra. And here comes Sammy Gerber, moving it up through the neutral zone. And now we get a whistle in the neutral zone. A lot of confused faces here at the ice arena, especially after the boards broke. Then Will Brokaw was taken down to the ice. And a penalty followed suit. Now we get a penalty. Or excuse me, we don't get a penalty here. Connor Mayhew taken down to the ice, no call. 12 minutes left to go in period number 2 in the corner. Joey Moore will skate it out. Looks to go cross ice, can't get it to Mayhew. It'll go back to the captain, Quentin Garnett. Garnett, oh my goodness! He misplays it and it ends up in the back of the net of Nico Daenerys. What a bad turn of events for the Red Raiders. That is just terribly misplayed. 11:39 left to go in the second period. 1:05 left to go on the Red Raider power play. It's an own goal, short-handed goal for the Padua Franciscan Bruins. My goodness, we are tied at 1-1. You can't blame Nico Daenerys for letting that one in. You never expect your own defenseman to let it go through like that. And now Padua's got to rush the other way. Still on the penalty kill. There's a good poke check from Cole Richard. But what an odd start to this second period. The boards break. We get a brutal hit on Will Brokaw. He goes to the bench. Now he's finally back out. And now we get an own goal on the Red Raiders power play. So a short-handed goal ties this one up at 1 apiece. We're waiting for the scoreboard to update that way. Face-off is taken over by Sammy Gerber. Trying to skate this one down the ice. He's held up, taken down in the neutral zone. No call. Joey Moore skates this back on the Red Raider side of the ice. And now he takes a man down, surprisingly. No penalty. And now Quentin Garnett is back out. He's going to look to redeem himself here. Centering it over to Joey Moore. Can he get a good shot away? He cannot. Now he's taken down to the ice. No penalty as well. I guess that's rather fair. 2-on-1. Sammy Gerber, the one-man back. Here's a shot. It goes wide. And now the Red Raiders going to take it back the other way. It's Ryan Lenahan skating it up the right wing. He's got Will Brokaw and Joey Moore to his left. Now Lenahan over to Brokaw on the pass. Doesn't get there in time. 10:40 left to go in the second. This pass goes to Quentin Garnett. To Lenahan. And into the zone. Padua's going to clear this out to Sammy Gerber. The poke check ends the threat. We are back to 5-on-5 ice hockey in a 1-1 game. Here's a shot. It would have gone wide. Nico Daenerys gets a kick save on it anyway. Lenahan along the boards, can't keep the puck on his stick. Here's another shot, but it won't get through Ian Hunter. He uses the stick to pick it up. Shaker just going to dump this one down the ice. They'll take the icing. They will get a couple changes. 10:04 left to go in the second. One to one, your score now after the Quentin Garnett own goal. Nico Daenerys,
Yes, you can.
clearly aggravated.
Yes, you can.
10 minutes left to go in the second period of play. Along the boards, battle for the puck possession. Ian Hunter holds up one man. And therefore, it will glide all the way up to the point. Padua keeps it in their possession and in their offensive zone. Now, up to Arth. Arth can't move it forward. Now he's taken down to the ice. Padua really just laying the body early in this second period. Back to Ian Hunter in the Red Raiders zone. He'll send it up to Arth. Arth can't receive the pass cleanly. Now he takes a man down to the ice. Some little cheap shots on each other. Goes Arth and number 21 of the Padua Bruins. Now Ian Hunter going to dump this one down the ice. Icing is waved off. We'll see if that Brown-Arth matchup is something that develops more throughout this game. Mayhew, beautiful move. Now he'll just flip this one up into the crease. Lowell Rich taken down to the ice. Now Rich looking for a goal, nothing doing. Here's a chance for Mayhew. And now we get a whistle for a penalty, it looks like. We'll see what happens here. What a strange past 6 minutes this has been. We'll get a penalty now on Padua's number 2. That's Gino Boscarello. And he'll be nabbed. Boscarello, 2 minutes for holding. 9 minutes left to go in the second period of what has been the strangest period of Red Raider ice hockey I have seen. Face-off, taken over by Shaker. Garnett goes to Brokaw. Brokaw sends this on net, and now we get a horn from the scorer's table, and so they're going to blow the whistle. And the clock is still running, mind you. Holy cow. Why did the horn blow? Who knows? But it's really hurting the Red Raiders in the sake of their momentum.
2 minutes.
And now the stadium announcer calls a roughing on number 25 of Padua. And it's also number 2 on Padua. They nabbed number 25, the stadium announcer, for tripping at first, or excuse me, roughing, but it's actually number 2 for holding. Well, the Red Raiders are getting a reset on their power play. They turn it back to 2 minutes in total on the power play. 9 minutes left to go in the second. Face-off, won by Padua. And can they clear this one down the ice? Can Brokaw keep it in? He cannot. They wrap it around the boards. It'll go to Nico Daenerys. He can't play it cleanly. So in the corner, it goes to Will Brokaw. Brokaw, cross ice to Joey Moore off the boards. He'll pick it up. Joey Moore moves this one forward, centering it over to Lenahan. A stick was in the lane. Garnett looks to send it off the backhand to Brokaw. He'll miss his mark. Now Gerber, back at the point to Brokaw. Between the point and the corner. Now a stick goes flying. And now does Padua have a chance here? No, Garnett goes on one knee to block it, but number 14 will take it anyway. Does he have a centering pass? He does not. Nico Daenerys with a big save there. And behind the net, it's still loose. Padua will pick it up. They're shorthanded. 70 seconds left to go on the penalty. 8:10 left to go in this second period. Will Brokaw skates it out of the zone with speed. He'll take it over to the right boards and just dump this one around for Joey Moore to pick up. And Padua pickpockets him, dumps it down the ice. We're going to get a couple changes for the Red Raiders. Richard behind the net. He's the replacement for Quentin Garnett. Garnett had that own goal moments ago to tie this one up at 1-1. Brokaw skating this one up. Good stick lift, but he will recover and keep this puck with him. Joey Moore, the one-time shot, as that just bounced his way off the boards, but the shot goes wide to the left side. Arth misplays it as well. Here's number 14, one-on-one, and he'll score. Short-handed once again, Padua takes the lead 2-1. Can you believe it? Both goals for Padua have been short-handed. One was an own goal from Quentin Garnett, and the other misplayed by Arth, and it ends up in the back of the net. You could hear head coach Matt Bartley yelling for Joey Moore to get back because it was clear that Padua just had an odd man advantage the other way. They kick Mayhew out of the face-off dot. So it'll be Arth to take the face-off. Shaker will win it, however. 7:10 left to go in the second. Shaker still on the power play, but only for 10 more seconds. Momentum has really gone away for this Red Raider team after what has been a weird first 8 minutes of the second period. We've still got 7 more. 7:02 exact. 3 seconds left to go on the Red Raider power play. Who are they going to send out? It looks like they're going to send out Joey Moore, Mayhew, and Kiltz. That's the second forward line for the Red Raiders. The second defensive pairing of Jonathan Kalergis and Benincasa is out to join them. Padua has control over it in the neutral zone. They kill this penalty off, and Padua is up in a 2-1 score. Benincasa at the point, can't keep it in, and now it's a one-on-one rush once again. 14 will just flip a shot over. Easy glove save for Nico Daenerys, but it'll hit off his glove and go wide. 6:40 to go in the second period. 2-1 your score. Padua leading on the road. Kiltz to Kalergis. Kalergis dumps this one down and off of number 27 of the Bruins. He's under pressure by Joey Moore. He'll bank it off the glass. This is offsides. Joey Moore needs to touch up in the neutral zone, and eventually he does. And it's now cleared out of the zone. This is going to be on net 100%. He's just going to cover this one up and away to face off. Woo-wee. 6:12 left to go in the second. Shaker down by 1 now. They had a 1-goal lead in the period, but now, off of 2 shorthanded goals, it's gone a 2-1 Padua. Shaker only with 3 shots on goal here in this second period, and that includes 2 of those power plays. In the corner of the battle for puck possession, centering pass goes nowhere for Padua. Now it's a rush the other way. It's 2-on-2. It's Brokaw and it's Gerber. Brokaw just going to dump this one down as it's an even rush. Now to Gerber. He's just going to hang on to it in the corner. 2v2. 2 Raiders, 2 Bruins. Who comes out of it? It looks like it'll be the Bruins. And in the corner, it's behind Ian Hunter. He didn't know it was right there. And in doing so, the Bruins are going to take it right back in the corner. The referee right in the lane. The Red Raiders get it back. Brokaw takes a shot, and that is just unlucky as could be if you're the Padua Bruins. Will Brokaw ties this one up at 2 apiece with 5:27 left to go in period number 2. What an odd little period we've had here. And there goes Connor Mayhew's brother to make his rounds in the parent section of the stands with his flag. And with some joy on his face, the Red Raiders tie this one back at 2-2. There's some momentum, much needed momentum for this Red Raider squad. Benincasa holds off number 16 to get it over to Joey Moore. And Joey Moore will now lay the body in the corner and get it up to his Red Raiders the other way. Here it's Kiltz. Good poke check there by Padua to get it right back. It was a 1-on-1 or I suppose a 1-on-2 if you include the goalie. Now a bounce will take this over to Nico Daenerys, and now a bit of pushing and shoving from Joey Moore, the referee. Going to talk things over real quick. Joey Moore, you know it. He is the penalty leader for this Shaker Heights squad. Hopefully he doesn't add to his totals today. This face-off won by Padua at the point. Number 25 of the blast. That can't get through the traffic. So Joey Moore takes it to the other side. A pass goes awry. His target was Ryan Kiltz, out of his reach. 4:56 left to go in the second. We get the icing call. 2-2 now your score in what has been a fascinating period. Lenahan taking this face off. To his right, it's Sammy Gerber. To his left is Ian Hunter. Brokaw out on the forward line. Kalergis out on the defensive line as well. Padua maintains it behind the net. Ian Hunter holding him up along the boards, but Padua's going to keep this possession going up to the point. They'll get it to 25 with a blast, and that goes wide. Number 16 will pick it up on the other post. Here's another shot. Good pad save there from Nico Daenerys. Along the boards, 3 Raiders are over there, 2 Bruins are over there. Here's a blast as well. Oh, what a save there from Nico Daenerys. Desperation move over to his right post, our left post. And now in the corner. They'll wrap it around the boards to number 13. He tries to take Ryan Lenahan down to the ice. He escapes the pressure. But here's another shot, and taking one man down to the ice, and it looks like they're going to nab Jonathan Kalergis on a penalty. Referee with his hand in the air. Padua Bruins still on the rush. And now as Shaker touches up, we are going to get... It's going to be Kalergis. He took a man down in front of the crease. And it's going to be the very first power play for the Bruins here. And they're going to call Kalergis on the hold. Makes sense. If you saw that play in front of the crease. 3:52 left to go in this second. Tied game, a great game. 3:52 left to go in the second. 2 minutes of power play time for Padua. They'll wrap this one around the boards. Ooh, Cole Richard just tried to clear the zone, unable to just yet. Looking for a centering pass. Nothing doing. Good pressure there by the captain, Quentin Garnett. He had that own goal earlier, but there's some good moves from number 17 of your Red Raiders. Up to the point we go. Number 11, and a bad pass clears the zone. And he's going to be kicking himself after that one there. Adam Coyne just could not play the puck correctly. Number 20 up the left wing. He keeps with his man, and eventually he's bumped off the play. So Padua once again with possession. Number 21 with a blast, and a good kick save from Nico with the left leg along the boards. Padua keeps that possession as their own. Number 11, Adam Coyne, poke checked. And in the corner, there's 1 Red Raider, and there's 2 Bruins. Now up to the point. Number 20 with a shot, and a good glove save there from Nico Daenerys. Starting the season in that backup spot today. He is your starter, and that he's just really proved himself ever since that shutout victory in the final game in the Bowling Green State University tournament. He got the shutout, and ever since then, he's been on a roll in the crease. We'll see if he can pick up a win here today. 2-2 your score. Number 14 looking for a lane to shoot. He's got nothing. To 25 at the point. Here's a shot, and that goes wide. I believe that hit some traffic out in front. 45 seconds left to go on Kalergis' holding minor penalty. Shaker really struggling to clear the zone here. Good block there from Andy Benincasa, and we move the other way. Sammy Gerber and Brokaw looking for a short-handed chance. Gerber just going to rip the shot. And Kustra just going to hang on to this one as Brokaw was pressuring him right in front of his crease. So 31 seconds left to go on the holding minor penalty on Jonathan Kalergis, the assistant captain, in the box. Face-off. Still really up in the air. It'll sail over to the corner to the left of the goaltender, Kustra. Brokaw's going to take it in the offensive zone. He'll just take a shot off. kill some clock. 15 seconds left to go on the penalty. Sammy Gerber now pressuring the two defensemen back. There's a bad pass. It'll go to Andy Benincasa. 9 seconds left to go on the penalty. He'll send it to the neutral zone. And now 3, 2, 1. Kalergis is out of the box. Ian Hunter can't clear the zone. It's picked up by number 14. He'll take a shot. Good block by the Red Raider, number 14. Here's a good save by Nico Daenerys. Another shot can't find its way to the net. Great work there from Benincasa and Daenerys. Benincasa really holding on to his stomach. He's leaning forward. And yeah, taking that hard rubber to the stomach is never an easy thing to do. Here's a shot. Good save once again. Secondary chance. Somehow that's out. Nico Daenerys with some spectacular saves here in this second period of play. There's some more show for the senior here on senior day. 70 seconds left to go in period number 2. Shaker trying to clear this one out, and eventually they do, but in the neutral zone, Padua sends it right back where it came from to Ian Hunter behind the net of Nico Daenerys. Can they catch him on a bad change? They cannot. Ian Hunter's just going to dump this one down the ice. The Red Raiders need their changes too. 57.7 left to go in the second period. We entered into the period at 0-0. We could leave the period at 2-2. That's currently where we sit. Lenahan taking this face-off. Lenahan is out with Mayhew and Moore, the defensive pairing currently. Garnett and Richard struggling to clear his zone. Centering pass. Lenahan is in the lane. Good work by 26 of your Red Raiders. Mayhew sends this one forward and around the boards. Oh, that'll be a penalty on your Red Raiders. Yeah, that is not a clean hit. That's going on Quentin Garnett. He threw a man into the boards from behind, and that was not a good look from Garnett. He has had a rough go on his senior day. An own goal, and now it'll be Quentin Garnett heading to the box. And they'll nab him on a cross check for 2 minutes, 41.2 seconds left to go in the second period. And now it seems like the man for Padua
2 minutes cross-checking. Number 17,
is hurt over on that side of the boards. So now we'll get the trainers to attend to him. That man's still slow to get up. Over on the left side of the ice. Your Red Raiders on the other side. And now it looks like they are calling for a backboard to carry him off the ice. He is moving his legs, but this is not a pretty scene. .2 left to go in period number 2. And now he actually will be helped off the ice. The man heading off the ice there was number 2, Gino Boscarello. He had a penalty earlier in this one, but we hope he can return to the ice soon. But in this game might be pretty unlikely. The referee's talking things over. You shouldn't really upgrade it to a major after a injury. You should really be sticking with the original call. The severity of it doesn't change the penalty, and I think they're just going to stick with this as a 2. And that is the correct move there. The referee blows his whistle. We've still got 41 seconds left to go here in the second of what has been an interesting little period. We can recap you right before we head into the final frame of the third period. We will do that before we get puck drop. Here's a shot. Good save by Nico Daenerys. Jonathan Kaler just clears the zone off of the glass. He'll send it up to Sammy Gerber. He's up against one defenseman and one defenseman only on the rush. Another Padua Bruin is going to get there. And as he was under pressure, good poke check there from Will Brokaw to get it back in Sammy Gerber possession. Gerber to Brokaw. Brokaw hangs onto it, and he was looking for a good lane to shoot in the slot. Here's number 27 on the rush. It's a breakaway, but a good poke check ends the threat, and now they're just looking to stuff it into the back of the net. 8.7 seconds left to go. We have a hand raise from the referee. Not sure if we have a penalty here, but 1:28 left to go on Quentin Garnett's penalty. We'll see what happens here. The referee's talking things over. 8.7 to go in the second period. And now they're going to send Jonathan Kalergis to the box.
Penalty, Shaker. 2 minutes for hooking.
They're going to nab Jonathan Kalergis on a hooking. So now it's 5-on-3 for a minute 28. But keep in mind, we only have 9 seconds left to go in the second period. Brokaw just holds it up against the boards. That's the right move to kill the final seconds. And that is exactly what he will do. He'll leave it there. And so when we come back, Shaker will be on the 5-on-3 penalty kill for another minute 19. What an odd second period. The boards break. There's an injury to Will Brokaw. He comes back onto the ice, but unfortunately, number 2, Boscarello, for the Bruins, does leave for the locker room early. At first, they were calling for a backboard, but he'll be helped off the ice with his teammates. So we will see if the third period holds as much strange occurrences, perhaps, as that one. We can recap you about the period when we come back after this intermission. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We will see you for the final frame of 15 when Shaker has to kill off a 5-on-3 for 1:19 to start the period. And thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We are back for the final frame of 15. The Red Raiders tied with the Padua Franciscan Bruins. 2-2 is your score. But keep in mind, the Red Raiders have a minute 19 of penalty to kill right here, right now, when we open up with the opening face-off here. The Red Raiders starting three is going to be Andy Benincasa, Sammy Gerber, and Will Brokaw. "15 minutes separate these two teams. Who can come away with a GLHL victory?" Padua is looking pretty good to start up this period. 5-on-3. Here's a blast, and that can't get through the traffic. It hit off of Will Brokaw. He'll dump it down. Good way to start the penalty kill if you're the Red Raiders. Padua has already had one chance on the power play. They could not convert. Both goals for Padua have been shorthanded. We'll see what the Red Raiders can do shorthanded here. 50 seconds left to go of 5-on-3, 14:30 left to go in the third and final period. Sammy Gerber holds it behind the net, and he'll continue to hold it until someone pressures him, and finally when someone does, he'll just dump this one down the ice. 14:20 to go in the third. 35 seconds left to go of 5-on-3. Garnett stands up in the penalty box. Kalergis is in there with him as well. Garnett was called for a cross-check. Kalergis was called with a minor penalty as well. 14 left to go in the third period. 20 seconds left to go on the penalty. On the 5-on-3. Number 20 holds it at the point. Now over, point to point. 16 with a blast. Good shot block there. A good shot block there from Will Brokaw. Nico Daenerys trying to snag this one out of the air as it tips off of him. Here's another shot. Good block shot by Andy Benincasa. Can Shaker clear the zone? Not yet, but Garnett is going to hop out of the box. He'll take a man down to the ice, trying to get a shorthanded going. Not able to do so just yet. Good pressure right out of the box. Number 16 trying to skate through the legs, or trying to take the puck through the legs of Will Brokaw. Nothing doing. How about this? 10 seconds left to go on Kalergis' penalty. Here's a chance for number 21. Looking for a shot. Now looking to center. It's good pressure by Connor Mayhew to send him behind the net. Now up we go. Near the blue line. Now we'll skate it up. Here's this good shot save from Nico Daenerys. And Connor Mayhew going to dump this one down. How about a 5-on-3 penalty kill to start off the third and final period? There were only 2 shots on goal on that power play for the Bruins. And I mean, how about that? What a penalty kill for Shaker Heights. Connor Mayhew taking this face off. Out there with him will be that second line of forwards. The defensive pairing for now is going to be Cole, Richard, and Ian Hunter. 13 minutes to go in the third and final period. Here's a shot, and a good blocker save by Nico Daenerys. It'll send the puck up and over the glass into the netting. We will get a face-off over in that Red Raiders side of the ice. Padua won the face-offs that last period 14-7, but they're only winning 18-12 as a whole throughout those first 2 periods. Off the face-off, Cole Richards going to take it, trying to dump it down the ice. Nothing doing. Kiltz can't pressure it out either. Now Kiltz will send it off the boards to Joey Moore. Moore is now going to skate this back in the Red Raiders zone. Now Moore tries to clear it out. 14 tries to lay a boom on him, but you know Joey Moore, he's not going down without a fight. Shaker struggling to clear the zone. They had a chance for just a minute there, but now they're really struggling. Joey Moore and Cole Richard are trying to take it out. They can't just yet, and now they're going to call Joey Moore on a penalty here for high sticking. A high sticking penalty on number 24, Joey Moore, so the Red Raiders go right back on the penalty kill with 12:23 to go in the third. 2-2 is your score. We're tied. Here's a blast, and that did get through the traffic, but it ended up going wide. Brokaw with a chance to clear it. He'll take it, sending this one down the ice. He's taken down to the ice, and he doesn't get any sort of late hit call. 12:05 to go in the third and final period. 5-on-4 for the next minute 40. There's a good chance created by Benincasa. This one's flipped up, to Benincasa and Brokaw, and it'll just escape their grasp as the men in orange will get the puck back in their own zone. A minute and a half left to go on Moore's high sticking minor penalty. Now good pressure by Andy Benincasa along the red line of center ice. And now Sammy Gerber going to send this one cross ice. No one's home. Now along the boards, it's back to Padua. Centering pass goes nowhere except for to the stick of Sammy Gerber. He sends this one up to Will Brokaw. Brokaw won't pick it up. He'll let this one glide down to kill some more clock on this penalty kill. A minute now left to go on Moore's penalty. Here's number 20. He'll bank it off the glass to himself. He'll skate it behind the net and pass this one up to number 11. 11 doesn't have a shot. Sending it back around is Coyne. And now, man taken down to the ice is Quentin Garnett. He laid down that mean cross-check earlier in the game to result in the cross-checking penalty along the boards. And we saw during the intermission that player was taken out of the rink as well, out of the locker room and sent home after that brutal injury he faced. 20 minutes left to go on Joey Moore's penalty as the Red Raiders send this one back down. Their penalty kill has been phenomenal so far. Hopefully we don't jinx them here with 10 seconds left to go. Number 25 is on the rush, up the right wing. Skates around Kiltz, now skates around Lenahan. Here's a shot, easy stick save by Nico Daenerys. He'll send it off the glass and into the opposite corner. Up to the point, Joey Moore is out of the box, pressuring number 7, Luke Jordan, and now we get an icing call on the Red Raiders. Only one shot on the power play for the Bruins there. They've really not generated any sort of momentum on these power plays. Only 2 on the string of 5-on-3 and 5-on-4 that lasted for a long, long time when we entered into that third period. And here we are in this third period. We remain with Will Brokaw in the neutral zone. He'll skate it up the left wing, and now off the backhand, he'll flip it up and in. On the rush there is going to be Sammy Gerber trying for a stick lift. Nothing doing, but here's a good turnover. Here's a shot. Looking for a second chance as Will Brokaw. Nothing doing. Another chance. And over to Ryan Lenahan, and he will bear it home. The Red Raiders take the lead back, and it is 3-2. Shaker Heights is on top. How about that? It sneaks over to Ryan Lenahan from one post to the other, and he will bury this one through and take the lead, giving the Red Raiders the third goal of the game. Padua stuck with 2. And once again, Padua hasn't scored a goal on 5-on-5 hockey. They've all been shorthanded off of that Quentin Garnett own goal earlier and off of a shorthanded breakaway chance. 9:50 left to go in the third period as there's a shot. Kustra is going to hang on to this one, and we will await a face-off. Sammy Gerber to take this face-off to his left. It is Will Brokaw to his right. Lenahan remains out after his goal. The defensive pairing currently Quentin Garnett and Cole Richards, so both first lines are out on forwards and defense. That's 100% a penalty. Good call there from the referee, but the Red Raiders still in control. We'll see what they can do. Ryan Lenahan holds it. Now we'll flip it up to Quentin Garnett. It's out of his reach, and this should... oh, not just yet. Cole Richard wins the race there. Oh, he's held up in the corner. So Padua touches up, and we will get a Red Raider power play. So far, they are 0 for 3 on the power play. And we will see. Can they make it 1 for 4, or will they extend it to 0 for 4? Shaker so far in those first 2 periods went 16 on shots, 10 for shots on goal. Padua went 26 for shots and 19 for shots on goal. Pass up to the point to Garnett. Garnett sends it to Brokaw. Brokaw just barely keeping it inside the blue line. He almost fumbled with the stick handling there. And this is going to clear the zone. As Padua touches up in the corner, they wrap it around. Garnett was not holding at that point. And now you never know. Both goals for Padua have come shorthanded. Hopefully the Red Raiders don't give up a tying goal once again on the shorthanded chance. Here's number 27 skating it out. Off the glass, Joey Moore just barely keeps it in, and he'll poke it up to Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan can't keep it in. Quentin Garnett skates this one through the blue line, now cross ice to Brokaw. Brokaw to Sammy Gerber. Garnett also had a chance of his own, just not able to get a good shot away. Up to Lenahan at the point, looking for a blast, nothing doing. He works it to the backhand. Here's a shot, good chance there. Garnett, another chance, now to Gerber. He can't bury it home. 8:25 left to go in the third and final period, now in the corner battle for puck possession. And now we get a hand raise and a whistle, as we have a hooking called on the Red Raiders. And head coach Matt Bartley is infuriated. Rough call there. They're going to nab, looks like Sammy Gerber, as Gerber was being yanked down to the ice. That is a brutal call from the referee, and now we got 56 seconds of 4-on-4. Face-off won by Shaker. What can they do on the 4-on-4? That's offsides 100%. And they did call it eventually. But it was a delayed offside, so Shaker actually did get it. Kalergis goes to his co-defenseman, Andy Benincasa. Benincasa back over to Kalergis. Corner to corner from right to left of Nico Daenerys. Now Ryan Lenahan trying to move this one forward, nothing doing. He turns it over, and a shot is made there by number 14, Nico Daenerys, with a good save. That shot by number 14, Max Medichik. 31 left to go of 4-on-4. Then the Red Raiders have some penalty to kill. However, they have a cushion. They are up 3-2 with 7:52 left to go in the third period. In the corner, Kaler just wraps this around, looking for a clearing attempt. Nothing doing. Number 7 will pick it up at the point, work this one around to 26 of the men in orange. And Benincasa using the body to get it back in Red Raider possession, and eventually it is cleared. 7.5 left to go in this game. We have reached the halfway mark of the third period. Shaker winning the period 1-0, and Kaler just going to dump this one down, but that is going to be an icing. I think he was looking for either Joey Moore or Connor Mayhew, but neither of them picked it up cleanly. 5 seconds left to go of 4-on-4. Then it'll be 1 minute and 4 seconds of power play time for Padua. We'll see, can they tie it up? 3-2 your score. The Red Raiders on top. Will Brokaw to take the face-off to the right side of Nico Daenerys. And he will win this to Cole Richard. Richard works this back to the captain, Quentin Garnett. Now he'll flip this one up all the way down the ice. Mayhew's going to win the race there. What can he do with it? He's trying to fish it out from along the boards, but he can't win the battle against number 20 of Padua. Back to Garnett. Garnett misplays it along the boards. Padua's going to take it back, and up to the point we go to 20 with a blast. And that finds its way through. With 6:57 left to go in the third and final period, we are back to even. 3-3 is your score. What a game of GLHL rivalry hockey on a good old Sunday senior day night. Ryan Lenahan to take this face-off. To his right, it's Will Brokaw. To his left, it's Sammy Gerber. That means the defensive pairing, or that doesn't mean it, but the defensive pairing is Andy Benincasa and Jonathan Kalergis. 6:57 to go in the third. We are back to 5-on-5 even strength ice hockey. Once again, Padua yet to score a 5-on-5 goal. They've had 2 shorthanded goals and 1 right there power play goal. Shaker could really use this win here today to take them up in the GLHL standings to go to the Cleveland Cup later in this season. Here's Jonathan Kalergis. Up near the point, he'll take a blast, and that ends up wide. Benincasa keeps it in at the other point, looking to send it forward to Ryan Lenahan, and eventually it will get back to him, but a pass to the slot. No one is home except for one man in orange. Delayed offsides. The Red Raiders touch up in the neutral zone, and now a couple of these Red Raiders are going to get some changes. Lenahan and Gerber remain out for that first line of forwards. Kiltz will join them. Benincasa and Gerber now hopping off. Richard is now out with Garnett as the defensive pairing. Lenahan, Moore, and Kiltz currently out. Less than 6 minutes left to go in the third and final period. Here's number 27 crossing over the blue line, but it's going to look like an offsides. That is the case. 5:50 left to go in the third period. I believe since this is a GLHL game, there will be overtime if we are stuck at a deadlock through the 45 minutes of regulation. We'll see if that holds true. Connor Mayhew taking this face off. He'll win it back to Quentin Garnett. Garnett looks to go in the direction of Ryan Kiltz. It's out of his reach. He can't pick it up off the boards either. 5:40 left to go in the third. Cole Richard looking for a possession change here in their offensive zone. He will leave it for Ryan Kiltz. Kiltz took a weaker shot, but jotted down. It's a good shot on goal. Now here's a centering pass to the slot. Connor Mayhew can't get a good shot away. It'll escape the cluster of players at center ice. Now here's the pass to Joey Moore. He'll take a shot, and that ends up going over the net. I think that hit a man out in front of his shooting lane. Now there, Joey Moore taking a man against the boards. Ryan Kiltz trying to move this one forward. Pickpocketed by number 10. Now a collision along the boards. Joey Moore takes a man down to the ice. How about this? Some physical ice hockey. Behind the net, Padua gains their possession back. Cole Richard tries to lay the body. Nothing doing. 4:52 left to go. Along the boards, battle for puck possession. The Red Raiders will finally win it, clear it to the neutral zone. And Padua's going to skate this back. Ooh, good pick up in the neutral zone by Cole Richard as a Padua pass goes nowhere. Now here's a good chance for number 16. He'll take the shot. Good save by Nico Daenerys. Second chance. Can't sneak its way under the left leg. This remains a 3-3 score with just under 4.5 to go in the third. How about this? What a game. You gotta love the GLHL rivalry games. You gotta love these close GLHL rivalry games. If this remains the way it is, I believe overtime is in the stars for this game, but Will Brokaw's not looking for an overtime. He's looking for a win. Here's a rebound chance to Ryan Lenahan, and it goes wide. Good shot by Brokaw. Better rebound chance was given up to Lenahan. Now he's going to center it over to Brokaw. He can't get a good shot away to Gerber. He'll take a shot. It's blocked, and now they got a back check here. Ooh, this is tense. 4 minutes left to go in this third and final period. Up to Lenahan. Lenahan can't center it, but it'll go to Brokaw at the point. Brokaw's pass from post to post. Can't find Gerber. Padua on a 3-on-2 the other way. 15 with a blast. Right to the chest of Nico Daenerys. He'll make the save with 3:46 to go. Everyone take a breather. We are tied at 3-3, and this game is huge. This all goes to the seedings of the Cleveland Cup in early February. Make sure to tune in then when we'll cover that at the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena, home of Welsh Jesuit hockey and Padua Bruins hockey as well. The Red Raider JV team getting set off the ice, the Padua JV team getting set as well. These two teams facing off whenever this game has concluded. 26 holds it in the corner. He's under pressure by Benincasa. Now he's trying to center it against Benincasa. Nothing doing. Joey Moore taken down to the ice. No call. In the corner, it goes to Benincasa. Benincasa trying to move it up, and eventually he does to Mayhew. Mayhew's pass is hit by the stick of number 26. Eventually, the Red Raiders are going to get possession. Mayhew takes a powerful shot from outside of the blue line. That second line of forwards is currently out for the Red Raiders with 3:15 left to go in the third. Benincasa picks this up in the neutral zone, tries to pass it up to Mayhew, but 27 is in that passing lane, looking for a centering pass or perhaps a low percentage shot from the goal line. He took it, and there's a shot that is blocked in the lane. Joey Moore trying to win the race there along the boards. Padua gets it back, but as they clear it out, it goes right to Benincasa. Benincasa sends it back to the Padua zone. 2:50 to go in the third and final period. Thank you very much for joining us here from Thornton Park in the GLHL rivalry matchup. Also, the Red Raiders Senior Day. We have honored all the senior players with us on this varsity hockey team today. Here we go back to Jonathan Kalergis. He's under pressure by number 10 of Padua. He'll work it over to his co-defenseman, Ian Hunter. Hunter moves this one up all the way down the ice. Will we get an icing? We will not. It's waved off. 2:22 to go in the third. Sammy Gerber, Ryan Lenahan, and Will Brokaw are out to make up the first line. Here, looking for a tip out in front of a rebound chance with Sammy Gerber. Nothing doing. Here's a centering pass over to Ryan Lenahan. He couldn't get a good shot away either. In the slot, Padua will pick it up. It's number 25 on the rush. He's up against Will Brokaw, and eventually Brokaw gets the puck on his stick, sends it to Lenahan. Lenahan was looking up to Sammy Gerber. The icing is waved off. 2 minutes to go in the third. Behind the net, Padua moves it to the point, and from the point to the neutral zone, but Cole Richard is right there to pick it up and wrap it around the boards. The second line of forwards is back out. That means Joey Moore will come out with Ryan Kiltz. Here's a breakaway chance for Padua. Number 13 takes the shot. Blocker save by Nico Daenerys. It's still loose out in front. Oh my goodness. Less than 100 seconds left to go in regulation time. Behind the net, Shaker probably at this point working for overtime. That one sneaks through the traffic. Shaker will clear this one down and it'll hit off the stick of Ryan Kiltz. He can't win the race there. The puck goes to the goaltender first, and Kustra will cover the leather down on the ice and take a breather, ladies and gentlemen. What a game. 1:18 to go in the third and final period of a 3-3 deadlocked game. And now it looks like we're going to have a timeout called by Padua Franciscan. These Bruins have had a lot of momentum after that tying goal on the power play. Once again, they are yet to score an even strength goal. They have had two shorthandeds. It was an own goal and then a breakaway shorthanded. And then they have had a power play goal. That was the one to tie it up at 3 apiece. 1:18 to go in this third period. The Red Raiders talking things over at their bench. The Padua talking things over at their bench on the right side of your screen in those orange and brown uniforms. You never want to lose your senior day. Everyone knows it, so the Red Raiders are going to see what they can do about it, if they just want to play this one for overtime or if they would like to win this one before the clock hits 0 on regulation. Padua winning the shots on goal this game 30-19, but somehow Shaker has been able to sneak in 3 of those 19. And we'll see, what can the Raiders do here? Lenahan to take the face-off. He's up against number 26 of Padua. Number 26, Andrew Young, against Ryan Lenahan for the face-off with 1:18 to go in a deadlock game. Padua will win this one back into the corner. They look to clear it out. Can Quentin Garnett keep it in the blue line? Yes, he can. Wrapping it around the boards. Behind the net, Lenahan holds up one defenseman to get it over to Will Brokaw. Brokaw taken down to the ice. Cole Richard leaving it inside of the blue line, but Padua will eventually, with force, take it out. 1 minute remaining in regulation time. Here's a shot. It'll go wide. Will Brokaw with the puck on his stick. He'll skate behind the net of Nico Daenerys. 50 seconds left to go in the regulation time. Well, Ryan Lenahan picks it up. A pass. He was looking to Cole Richard. Doesn't find his man. Instead, we go to Garnett. Garnett up to Brokaw. Brokaw skates it up the left wing. Will he look for a shot? No, he'll try to center that over to Sammy Gerber, who was moving into the slot. Can't pick it up cleanly for a good look. In the corner, Sammy Gerber takes it out. He'll take a shot, and that goes wide. 25 left to go. Shaker has had all the momentum out of this timeout. Can they keep it? A man taken down to the ice in front of the crease. It's still loose. Can Shaker push this one in? We're waiting a whistle. It's still loose. To the right side of the crease. And finally, it's taken out. 5 seconds left to go. Centering pass goes nowhere. Padua could have a breakaway here. Cole Richards going to get there first. Regardless, they wouldn't have had the time to take it home.
Just a reminder also, this evening we have cake for all the Shaker Raider Nation.
So this means overtime, ladies and gentlemen.
That'll be in the multi-purpose room right out in the lobby. Cake for everyone after the game.
3-3 is your score. We await any sort of differential to separate these two teams. What a game. That second period was just wild. This third period kept us tied at 3 apiece, and now here we are going into overtime in a good old GLHL game. Winner of this will get those points to their standings. now Jonathan Calaire just will confirm that we have overtime. And for now, let's give you the stats of the regulation 45 minutes. Shaker has been losing the face-off 35-16. They've really been losing every category. Each team has had 4 chances on the power play. Only Padua could convert on one of them. On shots on goal, 30 for Padua, 21 for Shaker. And shot attempts, it's 38-30 advantage Padua. And that means we're going to start it off with 8 minutes of 4-on-4. And we will see, can a deadlock be broken? You never want any sort of tie. You need some sort of answer here in OT. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We're awaiting puck drop. The captain, Sammy Gerber, to take it. Looks like he's going to take this up against number 26, Andrew Young. What do these next 8 minutes hold? Face-off, won by the Red Raiders. It's back to their own zone. Cole Richard going to take it. He's out there as a defenseman with Quentin Garnett, Brokaw, and Lenahan, the 2 forwards, starting us off on the 4-on-4 period. Sudden death. Thank you very much for joining us in what has been a tense rivalry game. Brokaw sends this cross ice. He'll find Sammy Gerber. Gerber on the rush. Patiently waiting. Hesitates on a shot. Good move from Sammy Gerber. And now we go back down the ice the other way. Cole Richards sends it into the boards. Padua has something working the other way. Cole Richards. He sends 14 up against the boards to throw him off his game and take it by himself. Now over to Quentin Garnett. Garnett skating it outside of his zone will now be Brokaw. Brokaw moving it, looking for a lane to shoot, keeping the puck on his stick, looking for a shot. He'll send it over to Sammy Gerber, and he had a great chance to shoot it, just could not pull the trigger with efficiency. 7 minutes left to go in this overtime period. That shot from outside the blue line goes wide. Sammy Gerber going to hop off. The 2 forwards currently now are going to be Mayhew and Lenahan. Here's a shot just flying in was Connor Mayhew to get the stick in there and end the threat. Here's a blast from the point, and that goes wide. 6:38 left to go. We play on. Point to point we go. 27 with a blast. That can't get its way through. Nico Daenerys with another beauty of a save for your Red Raiders. .631 to go in this 4-on-4 overtime period. Lenahan to take the face-off. It'll be Padua winning it, but Shaker pokes it up to the point. And here's a shot. And somehow Nico, I believe, was able to get a piece of that and send it wide. Mayhew taking it up the left wing. He'll take one shot, looking for a rebound, but no one is there to take a secondary shot. Now up to Lenahan. Lenahan behind the net, looking to bury it home. Nothing doing. Here's a second chance for Mayhew. And it can't find its way through. And that pass up to Mayhew in the slot will escape him and go all the way back down to the Shaker zone. Can they catch Padua on a bad change? Not just yet. They keep their defensive 2 out there. There's a bad pass for Mayhew, but he'll pick it right back up along the Red Raider blue line. He'll skate it from blue line to blue line. A shot and a save by Kustra. 5:48 to go in the 4-on-4 OT period. 3-3 is your score, and it has been for a while now. Brokaw taking this face-off. Can he win it? He'll bank it off the boards to himself, so call that a win for your Red Raiders. Brokaw sends it up to the point for Garnett with a blast! And a good kick save by Kustra once again. Joey Moore creating a chance for Brokaw to pick it back up. Looking to dangle around the defenseman, nothing doing. We go back to the neutral zone as Padua clears this out. Cole Richard bumped off the play. Doesn't do anything with it. In the meantime, number 7 going to skate this one in. Taking a shot. Good save by Nico. Over to Joey Moore. Moore with Brokaw on the rush. He'll send it to Moore. Moore dangles around one man, and now Moore taken down to the ice. No call. And now Brokaw lays the boom on number 10 on one side of the ice, and now he is slow to get up on his side. Here's a blast. That goes wide of the net. Number 10 going to hop off for a change. And now Joey Moore to Benincasa. Benincasa, it'll hit off of his stick, and it can't find its way to Brokaw. Benincasa back with it in the corner. He's holding it up with number 20 along the boards. Morse remains out with Ryan Lenahan joining him. Kalergis and Benincasa, the defensive pair. Here's number 20 on the speedy rush the other way. Centering pass. They can't find it in the back of the net. My goodness. 4.5 left to go in the 4-on-4 OT period. Here's a blast and a good save once more from Nico Daenerys. Shaker just going to dump this one down there. It will away to face off with 4:18 to go. Holy cow. The face-off to the left side of Nico Daenerys to our right side. Taking the face-off here is going to be Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan out there with Gerber. The defensive pairing, Garnett and Richard. Gerber trying to win the race there. If he does, he'll be all alone in the zone. And he cannot win the race there. Padua clears it out of their zone, but it's back to Ryan Lenahan in the neutral zone. And their poke check from Sammy Gerber. Quentin Garnett will recover for his team. He'll go cross-ice to his co-defenseman, Cole Richard. Richard skates it up the right wing. He whiffs on a dump into the zone. No offsides called just yet. 3:48 to go in this 4-on-4 OT period. Here's a 3-on-3 rush. Number 27 looking for a shot, and it closed up quickly as Garnett fell to one knee. Sammy Gerber with the puck on his stick. The referee in the way. Here's a chance. It's still loose out in front of the crease, and eventually it'll be Quentin Garnett trying to poke it out, but back in the slot we go. 14 with a shot, and that goes wide. Lenahan holds it. He's going to be on the rush. Gerber's over to his left. Now Lenahan skates around in the neutral zone, takes it around 2 defensemen. Now he's taken down to the ice. We got a penalty on Padua. Franciscan in those Bruins. 3:13 left to go in 4-on-4. Keep in mind, however, this Padua team has gotten 2 goals on shorthanded opportunities. They are yet to score on even strength, and now we got a timeout called by the Red Raiders.
Number 20 at 3:13 in overtime. 2 minutes holding.
So now everyone gets a moment.
Shaker Heights.
We'll see who the 4 are going to, or the 5 are going to be sent out for your Red Raiders. Actually, I think it should be 4-on-3, you would assume. And so, we'll see what the Red Raiders can do. This is a tense next couple minutes. The Red Raiders really wanting to bury this one home, take a GLHL win, as this is their senior night. You never want to lose your senior night, but what a senior night it has been. A first period was deadlocked at 0-0. Second period has us left with our heads tilted in confusion. We were quite confused as to what that second period held for us. It was an own goal on Quentin Garnett. It was a stoppage because the boards were broken. It was a couple injuries as well. Brokaw luckily has returned. Here he is on this 4-on-3 for your Red Raiders. Lenahan to take the face-off, but he's tied up along that face-off dot. Padua was able to clear this one down off the draw. 3:05 left to go on the 4-on-4 time. Cross-ice feed. That was looking over to Sammy Gerber. Behind the net. He can't pick it up there. An awkward bounce off the boards. It'll go to Lenahan. Lenahan keeps it inside the blue line. There, a bad pass. It's a breakaway the other way. It's number 16 against Nico Daenerys. What a save by Nico Daenerys. Holy! And now we go to the other side of the ice to Sammy Gerber. Breakaway the other way. They call it dead, but he buried it in. But they call it dead, and now we get a little chippy between players, and oh my goodness, they called that offsides. He buried it home, but they call that off with the whistle. That was a tough call to make. But what a save from Nico Daenerys to keep this game going. And now they're taking the face-off all the way back to the Red Raider zone, which is rather odd. 1:26 left to go of power play time for your Red Raiders. That was almost a costly mistake from Ryan Lenahan. That was close. Quentin Garnett leaves this one for one of his forwards to pick up in the corner. No one's able to. Now it's just a 3-on-1. 3 Raiders, 1 Bruin. Here's a 2-on-2 rush developing. Mayhew over to Brokaw. Back to Mayhew. Mayhew looking for the blast, and that's a save. As Brokaw is taken down to the ice. Bit of a late hit, I believe. But we don't get any sort of penalty call. 1:06 left to go in the Red Raider power play. Mayhew to take the face-off. The defenseman is now Cole Richard, and he'll leave this to Cole Richard with a shot. It's still loose. Mayhew looking for a second chance, but Padua clears this one down. 2:10 left to go in the 4-on-4 overtime period. What a good old ice hockey game. 50 seconds left on Red Raider power play. Mayhew has it in the neutral zone. A pass was faulty, but he recovers. Now over to Sammy Gerber. Gerber back to the blue line. Cole Richard will rip a shot. It was tipped off the stick of Connor Mayhew, but it can't find its way home. Easy save for Kustra. .149 left to go of 4-on-4 overtime action. 36 left to go of power play. Off the face-off, they can't center it over to Joey Moore in the corner. The battle for puck possession is won by Padua. They'll dump it down. 30 seconds left to go on that penalty caused by number 20 of the Bruins. Here it's Cole Richard. Good stick handling in his own zone. Now he'll skate this one up the ice. Looking for a shot himself. Can the freshman be the hero? He cannot just yet. Now behind the net. He's going to need a back check up to the point to join Joey Moore back. Joey Moore to Benincasa. Benincasa back to Moore. Moore looking for a shot. No to Benincasa. He'll go to the corner. And 3 seconds left to go of the power play. Tied up behind the net. Benincasa cannot send it back to the slot. And now we're back to 4-on-4. There, a faulty pass picked up by Cole Richard. Richard dumps it into the Padua zone. Shaker going to get a couple changes here. A minute left to go of 4-on-4.
1 minute remaining in overtime. 1 minute remaining.
Here's number 16 with a shot that goes wide to the right of Nico Daenerys, our left post. In the corner, Joey Moore tries to poke it further out near that blue line. Nothing doing, so it'll be Quentin Garnett behind the net, holding on to it. And now he'll skate this one forward. Just under 40 seconds left to go of 4-on-4 ice hockey time. Now Garnett skates it. He's looking to be the hero here. Nothing doing, and now he collides with the net. And that will cause a stoppage. 31 seconds left to go in the 4-on-4 overtime period. Not sure if we then go to 3-on-3. Not exactly sure how it works. Of course, we'll keep you updated. Shaker currently out shooting the Red Raiders 7-3 in the overtime period. We'll see if they can keep up that performance. But here's a chance for number 14, looking for a lane to shoot. No, he's got nothing. And now in the corner, he's looking to center it to someone, anyone. Are they going to call a penalty on the Red Raiders? Yes, they will. They're going to nab Quentin Garnett on a slash. .4 left to go in the 4-on-4 OT time here. Neither team can take a timeout. They each took one already. 19.4 to go in this overtime period. Can Padua get something going? Not just yet. They already have a power play goal earlier in the game. Here's a chance to get another and win the game. Brokaw sends this one down the ice. 8 seconds to go in the 4-on-4 period. 2-1. That takes us to the end of the overtime. So what does this mean? It looks like this means we go to a tie. A bit anticlimactic of a finish. But after the overtime period, we end in a tie. What a game. Both teams should be proud of what they did here today. 3-3 is your final. The Red Raiders just barely scratching out a tie on their senior day. They have had some rough looks, though. Of course, that own goal from Quentin Garnett earlier. Also, a 5-on-3 that they were barely able to kill to start that third period. We will see how Shaker can go into next week. They face off against number 2 in the state, University School. Here are the final stats of the game. The Red Raiders lost in face-offs 38-23 in shots. They were outshot 46-37, and in shots on goal, the final stat was 35-27. Each team had 5 chances on the power play, but it was only Padua who could convert once on their chances. But keep in mind, they did get those 2 shorthanded chances themselves. So thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Von Ullum. We will see you next weekend as well, of course, for some more GLHL competition. We will be facing off against University School at home, 7:45 on Friday night. And then on Saturday, we will see you at the Brunswick Automart Arena, the coldest rink in the state, or at least that's what it feels like. We will be playing Walsh Jesuit on January 27th. But for now, thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Von Ullum. We will see you next weekend. Shaker ties this one with Padua. 3-3 is your final.